Welcome to the Money in the Bank review. I just want to say this ahead of time. I'm not feeling very well. If you've seen my previous video, I've had a lot of stress because my ceiling was a disaster. And I might have caught a stomach flu. Right now, my stomach is killing me. It's making very bad noises. And my left side is killing me. That's where your stomach is. It has not been fun for me. So, I don't know how long I'm going to make this video. I don't even know if I'm going to do editing for it. So, I hope you understand. I'm not going to talk about the kickoff show other than it was funny to see Fandango and Tyler Breeze burnt, supposedly by sunburn. I'm not going to say anything about how the matches were and who won. You guys already know. I'm just going to focus on the main show and what I felt this represented. The 4-way tag belt match. Was it good? It was alright. Was Enzo funny in the very beginning? Talking about Lady Luck? Yeah. Did I enjoy the match? I'll say the match was good, but it wasn't spectacular. And I thought at one point, Biggie Langston may have jammed his elbow really hard when he went to, what was it? London? I can't remember the guy's name. London? Tried to spear him outside the ring and might have jammed his shoulder. Or at least jam his elbow really good. I really wish Biggie would stop doing that for a little while. Make it special. But he doesn't do that, so this is what we got. New Day retains. I kind of thought if it was either going to be New Day, it should be Enzo or Big Cass. I guess maybe because Enzo just came back in the last month or two, they're kind of waiting a little bit to see if he's going to be alright. To try and rebuild Cass and Enzo back up. Which I felt like they're not doing bad now. So, what's the problem? They could have won it. And it would have been good to have the little banter between New Day and Endzone Cass. I mean, they both got very good chemistry for each other. The next match I'm going to talk about, which was very it was disappointing, but if it leads to what I believe is going to lead, I'll understand. And this is Rusev versus Titus ONeil. And you guys tell me below, has Lana gotten even more beautiful than she was before? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm sick. But Lana looks even more beautiful than she did. She just did. But the entire key of this entire situation wasn't about the match quality. It was about the story of... how can I explain this? As a father myself, even though I'm not around my son, you want to look good for your kid. You want to make your kid proud that you are his father. And what they did here was to try and emphasize that Titus ONeil, as a mega dad, the one who was the most honored last year, got his ass handed to him by Rusev. And then Rusev insulted his son, and one of his kids smacked Rusev on the chest saying, "Don't talk to my dad like that." This makes me feel like they're trying to really make it important for Titus ONeil to get that title. Because it wasn't just the fact this was his first chance. There was the fact that Rusev went to his kids and messed with them while their dad was laid out after the accolade. So my guess is that if it's not this Raw, it may be Battleground where they're going to have another rematch for that title. And if I was a betting man, the WWE must, and I do believe they must, give Titus ONeil that title. Because this was totally stupid. I mean, if Titus doesn't do anything except be cannon fodder for Rusev, this was really dumb. Because this is a good opportunity to really make something wholesome with Titus ONeil. Now, the Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler match. I know Morgan Hyde loves Baron Corbin, and I understand why. He has a good attitude. He is the type of guy that wants to be on his own, to destroy everyone. He doesn't need no one to help him. But he's been so badly packaged with Dolph Ziggler. The question's going to be, is the feud over between Dolph and Baron Corbin? I just don't see it. I'm being honest here. I don't see the feud over between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. And that's where the problem is. This feud should have been over weeks ago. And Baron Corbin who is supposed to be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner, is supposed to get traction. He's supposed to be the next generation of big men. And we get nothing from him except a stupid feud between a guy that the WWE doesn't want to push at all and doesn't really care anymore. He's making a check. Maybe he still gets some fun out of it. But Dolph Ziggler is just earning a check now. To be honest, I think I made a video a while ago about Dolph Ziggler that he should go off because the WWE isn't appreciating him. To be honest, he should just leave now. I understand Nick is making good money, but come on, Nick. How long can you go like this? I mean, is 20,000 people more fun than 500 people if you know you're doing great quality and you're getting somewhere? I just don't feel like Dolph Ziggler's worth it. That's just me. The match that I really didn't care the most of, but had a decent ending, was Charlotte and Dana Brooks versus Becky and Natalya. To be honest, I didn't care. Dana Brooks is a sawed-off Wolverine. That's what I get from her. And she's damn cute. She's a cute woman that's a sawed-off runt that will kick your ass. I understand that. But when it came to this match, it felt so telegraphed, particularly when Natalya was trying to reach for Becky and it looked so stupid. She looked like she was trying so hard to sell it and it made it look bad. But what she didn't sell badly was after the match was over, when her and Becky clunked heads and the match was over because of that. You see Natalya kick Becky ass. Or arst, as Becky would say. I actually understand that and agree with it. Because Natalya has been so badly frustrated because she has not been able to get over at all. Every time she's about to win, something gets in the way. So now Becky's in the way. That is basically her outlet. It's a good thing to see that they're willing to do this with Natalya, but then it's a bad thing because then Natalya's not doing anything. And when it comes to Dana Brooks and Charlotte Flair, I just don't see much there. I thought that Charlotte may get something really good out of the mileage from her dad when she got rid of him. But since he's not coming back, and there's no one that's going to be in the side of Rick, which I think would have helped her. I really believe that what should have happened after she bad-mouthed her dad and got rid of him was that he came back, was on the side of Natalya, and then Natalya and the Charlotte had to have a feud where Charlotte had to prove to everyone, including her dad and Natalya, how great she is without help. I think that would have been the best way to really get her over. But we just don't get that, so. Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. Did I enjoy the match? Yeah. Do I believe Apollo Crews is going to get something out of this? No. It depends on how far they're willing to go with Sheamus jobbing. If Sheamus doesn't job enough and in the right way, Apollo Crews is just going to be another Neville. That's the truth. Then it also counts on if Apollo Crews, after he gets great wins off of Sheamus, that he's put somewhere, like in the U.S. title scene against Rusev, or in the IC title reign. If we don't have that, then it makes no sense. And you guys tell me below, what happened to The Miz? He wasn't even seen on the show as far as I'm concerned. If I can remember correctly, I didn't see him nowhere. Now, let's see here. No. I'm not doing that yet. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about. The ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against people I felt were overexposed. And that was ADR, Dean, Zayn, Jericho, and Cesaro. It was a great match. I will not say it wasn't a great match. It was a great match, ladies and gentlemen. It's great. I did like the match. It was the third best match of the night. It was. I know it did look a little over choreographed, particularly when ADR was trying to set up that ladder. And then I believe it was Kevin Owens was doing the same thing. They were just trying to set it up, and the ladders were too short, so it made it harder for them to position it. But I really felt it was a great third in line match. I do believe that. But I felt the three people that could have won and should have won should have been Chris Jericho, Cesaro, or Kevin Owens. By having Dean there, it was obvious that something was going to happen with Dean at the end of the night. And I truly felt Cesaro or Chris Jericho were the best choices. I know I said Kevin Owens, and I do believe if Kevin Owens had that title, well, basically had that briefcase, which gives you a chance at the title and gives you basically the title yourself, you could say he could have gotten over very well. But they decided to go with Dean, the most generic of everyone that we currently have. And I like Dean. He's not that bad, but he's been so badly booked as a generic face nut. I didn't care anymore. And here we go with the match at the end of the night, which is the second match of the night, which is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. It was a very good match. It did get really telegraphed in certain ways that Seth was going to win. It did look like that, particularly when Roman Reigns did the battering ram thing into one of the retaining walls. But here's the thing. I felt this was too soon. And I felt it was the wrong person to give the title to in the first place. Really. I really felt that. But I will say that it was important to see this. That the Shield has now won gold. That's pretty much what this comes down to, and what this title of this video is going to be about. The Shield have now won gold, because I do believe the reason they did this is because the WWE needed new stars, and they're not willing to wait to build them properly. So now they're just throwing them out there, winning a title, and hoping that all three of these guys get over. All three of these guys now have won that gold. And now eventually all three of these guys are going to have to battle each other for that gold. And this is supposed to be for the new era, which is going to be for SmackDown in the next month. That's how I feel about it. Well, near the next month. Less than a month. That's when SmackDown goes online. This is the reason why they're doing this. They want to build new stars for both shows. They want to build new stars because they're lacking them so badly. Now, here's the last match I'm going to talk about, which is the best match of the night, but wasn't the emphasis of the show. And this is AJ Styles versus John Cena. I felt this was going to be the only match that was important throughout the entire show. And I was right. But it doesn't change the fact of what I said earlier about the Shield winning gold. The WWE has a major problem. That they kept John Cena on top for so long. You had nobody there. In case John has to take off because of injury, or if he wanted to take time off because he needed a rest. And it shows for the months that he was gone. He was gone for 5 straight months. Has the product been incredible? No. It's had a very good stint for a little while before WrestleMania, during WrestleMania, and afterward. But now it's begun to drop off a bit. Due to the fact there's been no star power. Due to the fact there's been no one there. Until AJ Styles met John Cena. And this shows you the WWE has a major problem. They have not built stars properly. But getting into this match. This was the best match of the night. It wasn't, it was the most best high-flying match. You can say that for the ladder match. You could say it wasn't the most best technical match. Because it wasn't. It was not the best technical match. So it's about the importance of that match. What it meant to be. Because it was a good match with good pacing. AJ made that match very good. So did John Cena. It takes 2 to tango, ladies and gentlemen. Even though I put up 4 fingers. It takes 2 to tango. And both these guys did a great job. Do I feel alright about the way John Cena had the job? Of course not. John always gets a screwy ending because they want to protect him. And this emphasized what I just said about the Shield winning gold. WWE doesn't want to destroy the Golden Boy 100% because they know they still got some mileage out of John, maybe 2 or 3 more years. So they're not going to make him job the way that he should job, which he should have jobbed clean, like Kevin Owens, and then keeps jobbing to really put someone over, which will not destroy his reputation. But the WWE won't do that because they really believe his reputation must be so valuably protected, it is destroying their product. And in this case, AJ won because the club came in and protected his ass, even if he didn't want it. So what do we get? Battleground, we're going to have another match where probably John Cena will win it. And then we're going to have SummerSlam. That's where the rubber match is going to be. There's no way they're not going to do it before then. There's going to be a rubber match at SummerSlam. One of the big 4 pay-per-views is not going to be any time earlier than that. If they do that, it's beyond stupid. So as far as I'm concerned, this show was about building the next generation. But did they build it properly? No. Because this felt rushed. Because this felt like they had no option. They put themselves in a corner, and this is what they decided to do with it. They know they needed John Cena's replacement, another person to work with that replacement, and another person to work with that replacement, which is Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, who I really believe has been booked very badly, and Roman Reigns, who has been booked very well, but does still have the potential to be helpful to the company. Now, I know I could say AJ Styles, but it depends on what's going to happen with him by SummerSlam, because there's no guarantee they're not going to bury his ass by SummerSlam by John Cena. We just don't know yet. So I hope you enjoyed this Money in the Bank 2016 review. Please give me a comment below. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do my Raw review because I am not feeling well. As I said before, I think I might have a stomach flu or a stomach virus. I am not feeling right. But I'm going to see if I can do the video. But if I can't, I will still see if I can get my TNA review done. And you guys have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.